Let me ask you something. How much time do you think your HR can take every week to do work? But AI can finish it in seconds. I'm talking about things like approving the leave, answering waiver questions, helping with onboarding, and sharing policy document. The craziest part, none of these are difficult. It's just the same line again and again. So what if I told you can build an AI agent that takes care of most of it? From answering questions, searching HR knowledge, and submitting delay requests. And it even knows where to hand over the conversation to HR. And the best part, you can build it ahead 20 seconds. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how. So by the end of this video, you not only know how to create the HRA agent, but you'll know how companies are exactly using them. So let's jump in. Alright, before we kick anything, I want you to think about this agent like a new employee. Whenever someone joins a HR team, you don't just hand them a laptop and hope they figured out everything. Right, you give them a role, you'll explain the responsibilities and you'll explain when they should ask for help. Building an agent work exactly the same way. We are not programming, we are onboarding a digital HR teammate. So let's hire our first AA employee. You'll notice two options. Start from scratch or use a template. Now, could we build everything from scratch? Absolutely. But honestly, if you're deploying AI inside a business, there is no price for reinventing the wheel. Template give you a proven foundation and then you customize everything. To make your HR process, so for this tutorial, I'm choosing the HRA agent template. Now let's make us So every data employee needs a job description, right? The same goes for AI agent. If you don't tell what it's responsible for, it is trying to do everything. And usually that means doing nothing well. So first thing we are going to do is define its role. I'll call mine Nexus. As we choose a template, it already has purpose and greetings. This is probably the most important screen in the entire setup because this is where your AI learns how to think. Think of this as an AI employer handbook. This is where you define how it should speak, what it should do, what it should never do, when it should ask for follow-up questions, and when it should stop. And bring in humans. The better your instruction, the smarter AI becomes. So don't rush this part. And here's some things here in almost every company. HR knowledge is everywhere. Some policies live in SharePoint and some are PDF and some are built in older files. And employees are expected to know where everything is. They don't. So they email HR again and again. So this is how we create our knowledge base. We'll give it a name and a description and create. And we can guarantee it through URLs, by uploading files, or even by hubs. So right now, our AI is pretty smart. It knows the HR policies, it understands the employee portions. So it can have natural conversation. But there is one thing it still can't do. It can't actually work. And that's the biggest difference between an HR chatbot and HRA agent. So this is where we give our AI a superpower. Think of actions like giving your employees access to company system. Imagine if a new HR executive joins tomorrow, they'll need access to BambooHR, they need access to a ticketing system, they'll need access to upload workflow. Otherwise, they'll keep asking someone else to do everything. And that's exactly same thing happens with the AI. So let's connect it. Okay, so if you go HR, we have plenty of tools which we can connect. So if you want to know how to connect tools like BambooHR, do check out this video. Now let's talk about something very important. No AI should try to answer everything because sometimes people simply need another person, and that's completely okay. So instead of forcing AI to keep guessing, we'll teach it when to ask for help. Let's say an employee has a sensitive payroll issues or has a confidential HR concern. The AI immediately recognizes the situation and transfer the conversation. It's just as simple as that. You just need to select the team and give description and have the gist same to them. And now here is something really powerful. Instead of one AI trying to do everything, you can create a specialized sub-agent. One for onboarding, one for payroll, each one focus on a specific HR process, making responses more accurate and workflow much more efficient. So if you are a HR leader, you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but what about security? Great question. Because HR data is something more sensitive information inside any organization. So this is where guardrails comes in. You decide what your AI can access, when you check never answer, who can it use it, which system it can connect to. So we have guardrail for sensitive data detection, allowed topics, banned topics, prompt injection prohibition, secret and token masking, and profanity and toxic filter. So even though ALF is conversational, it still operates within the rules you define. And you can deploy it in websites, Slack, Team, WhatsApp, Messenger, Instagram, wherever you employ these. So if you want to know how to deploy it in Slack, do check out this video. Okay, so alright, this is my favorite part. Let's start configuring and see how this actually works. So let's prepare for a travel period in our Nexus. Okay, so here it's asking for the start date and my return to work date, and for which one I'm applying for either birth parent leave or baby bonding. Okay, let's answer the question. First one, the start date, I want to take it from August 1st. And the return course takes 4 weeks later. And I'm applying for the birthday. Now it's now thinking, let's see the process. Okay, it's analyzing and processing, keeps processing. So submitted my parental leave and my leave rate and status is still in request, and send email to HR on behalf of me, and it's getting the return meeting and everything is done. Perfect, right? Okay, now let's see the another use case. Let's imagine now your baby is born and you want to enroll it for a dental plan. Normally, what I'll do, email HR, wait for the form, fill everything manually, and hope nothing gets missed. And let's see what's happened with our niches. So, hi Lexus. I want to apply a dental plan for my newborn baby. So now it's thinking, okay, it's giving me congratulations. Okay, it's asking for my baby date of birth. Okay, it's safe. 1st July. And it's success. Now it's validating. It's asking for my baby first and last name. Okay, so now let's see, I'll have around 31 days to add them to my dental plan, and it's breaking down the plan legal, and it's asking me a couple of questions. So the first one is my baby's name, last name and gender. Okay, it's Julie. Parental, gender is female. Now it's asking for which plan. I'll go for the valid plan and coverage on employee and children coverage. Now let's see what to introduce. Okay, now it's thinking. Okay, it's analyzing and executing options. See, it's actually creating a dependent for my child, and we send it the email. Pretty good. It sent me email. Okay, see, within just 2 text messages, the dental plan enrollment is done. And now this switches a perspective. Imagine you are a HR director or a company owner. You have launched your AI. The first question you'll ask is anyone actually using it? Yeah. So this dashboard answers exactly that. You can see. So here you can see how many conversations you handles, and you can see what questions are asked more in terms of quantity and how many were resolved automatically, where employees doing with human support, and where knowledge we need improvements. The more employees use your AI, the smarter your HR operations become. So not people ask me, how does this compare to a platform like Lina AI and WooWorks? Okay, they are both a great platform if you are an enterprise. With a long implementation cycle, then it will absolutely be worth of your evaluation. But that's where Workativ was built different. It's built for HR beings to logic quickly. So if you want to know how Workativ is better than WooWorks or Lina AI, do check out this video. We started with a blank screen, now we created an HFA agent. And honestly, that is just scratching the surface. You can even create an AI agent for IT. The possibilities are huge. But the one thing are becoming more clear. The future of HR isn't about RJ or questions. It's about letting AI do the more work. The companies that are adapted to it today have a huge advantage tomorrow.
So if you want to create your own HR AI agent, I have put the demo link in the description. So if you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more useful tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video.